Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1765, Classic Movie Fest Eve. Yay! It's Friday. It is the last day of May. Oh my gosh, where is the year gone? We've already got 5 months down for this year. Woo! I don't know where any of it has gone. So I just I haven't completed because I know that there are some other ones that I've still got to find because I know there's a box of them somewhere. But I've got a list. Now, there's a couple of months ago, I was talking about doing a classic movie fest, and I thought June would be a good month. So starting tomorrow, we're doing a classic movie fest. Now, this classic movie fest is any movies made prior to 1970. So it includes the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. That's it, those 4 years. Now, there is a little snag in a couple of these because when I was going through my list and putting together my list, hang on, I just got to find there's a notebook here I need, so I can make sure I get the right one. Oh, yes, there it is. Okay, so when I was going through my list, going through the movies and everything else, I realized there is 7 James Bond movies on that list. The first 6 from the franchise. The first 6 from the franchise, which is Dr. No, which came out in 1962, From Russia with Love in 1963, Goldfinger in 1964, Thunderball in 1965, You Only Live Twice in 1967, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service in 1969. And we also have Casino Royale in 1967, which was the spoof movie that David Niven did. So I sat there and I thought, no, we're not doing any James Bond movies because if I start the thing, I got to go. So, yeah, we're not doing any James Bond movies in the classic movies, even though they fall into the parameters, which is anything prior to 1970. So we're keeping James Bond out of it. The other ones I'm thinking of keeping out of there are the musicals, because I got a lot of musicals in there as well, and I may do a month. I'm going to do a musical month. So I decided no musicals because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 musicals that I discovered on the way through. And I know that there's more. There's another box of DVDs somewhere, which I'm not exactly sure where it is. So my list is actually at 43. So if I take out, and that doesn't include the James Bond movies. So if I take out the 13 musicals, that puts me down to 30, which is the number of days that June has. I'm also taking out It's a Wonderful Life because that's a Christmas movie, and I watched that one in December. So I'm down to 29, which is okay because I do need to have some leeway. But then I'm sort of deciding, well, where do I start? So the movies that I have on my list, and then I'm also going to do a Disney month as well because I was looking, I opened up one of my binders that has just the DVDs and the covers in there from the jewel box with no jewel boxes. It's how you carry them in an RV. How do you carry 500 DVDs in an RV? You get one of those thingies where you can put the DVD and the cover, the information slip panel thing from the jewel case, and you get rid of the jewel case. Actually, I still have all the jewel cases. I found a box of them the other day. So now I'm kind of deciding, well, where do I start? And one of the ones that I have is actually an Audrey Hepburn collection, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies in. It's got Breakfast at Tiffany's, Funny Face, My Fair Lady, Paris When It Sizzles, Roman Holiday, Sabrina, and War and Peace. Oh, there's a good one to watch, War and Peace. I know on June 6th, there is one movie I'm going to be watching which already has a date set, and that is June 6th for The Longest Day, simply because The Longest Day movie is about the invasion at Normandy, which happened on June 6th, 1944, 80 years ago. They're doing the 80th anniversary. And I wish I could remember the handle on TikTok because there's a TikTok channel feed, whatever, where they've taken 3 World War II vets who actually landed in Normandy. One was a paratrooper, one was a medic, and landed on the beaches, and I can't remember what the third one was. but yeah, so they took these 3 guys back, and they were aged from 93 to 103. I think they were. I know one of them was 99, one was 103, and I can't remember what the age of the third one was. And so they've been taken back, and they've been showing these little movie clips of them doing this tour. I actually think they did the tour last year and not this year. But the fact that they had these people, they had these 3 survivors from Normandy who were able to go in there and tell their stories about that day was just phenomenal, I thought. And we just get to see little snippets as they go in, pay tribute. What are you doing? Thank you. Not on screen. So I'm now going to be working on a musical month as well, because I have a lot of musicals in there, and some of them, of course, fell into that classic movie thing because it was filmed before 1970. So they're getting taken out. So we have on the list so far, because I know that there's other movies that I have, that there's another box of DVDs somewhere. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Rear Window, I love that movie. Sorry, Wrong Number, Gunfight at the OK Corral, Midway. Then on my list is the 7 Audrey Hepburn movies, An Affair to Remember, North by Northwest, The Great Escape. Turn the page. The Quiet Man, The Longest Day, which I've already mentioned, Bullet, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. It's actually a cool movie. In fact, I've got to go back. I really want to watch that one, because I was watching Rat Race the other day, and I kind of have a feeling that Rat Race was maybe a modern version of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. I can't remember if it's 4 Mads or 3. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? The Man Who Knew Too Much, Dial M for Murder. Gone with the Wind, which I have never seen, and I'm going to bite the bullet and do it this month. To Catch a Thief, Around the World in 80 Days. Now, this is the original one with David Niven. Yes, not one of the remakes. There's a remake with Pierce Brosnan and a remake with David Tennant out there as well, and I'm pretty sure there's another one that I'm missing. Lawrence of Arabia, which I've never seen. Casablanca, I've seen that once. It's been a long time since I've seen that. How to Marry a Millionaire, and The Long, Long Trailer with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in it. So that's what's on my list. Now, the question is, out of that list, what's going to be the first movie I watch tomorrow night? Because I have no clue. Like looking at this list and going, which one shall we watch? Yes, which one shall we watch? I don't know. I really don't know which one to watch tomorrow. When did Midway take place? Maybe I could watch that one. That's a good movie. Yeah, and so I was looking through, and then of course I was getting trapped by movies which were time period movies. And I go, oh, that'd be a classic one. And I pick it up and go, look at the actors, and I go, no, they weren't even around then, or they would have been kids at that point. Yeah, they're definitely not in that era. So I got trapped by that one a few times. Of thinking, yeah, they would not be acting as an adult in that movie, because they would be way older than what they are now. So yes, those ones got put back. So yeah, so we start the movie fest tomorrow for classic movies, which is any movies made prior to 1970, excluding James Bond movies, excluding Disney movies. And I'm talking about the animation ones, a lot of the animation ones like Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Alice in Wonderland, all of those movies. We're actually going to do a separate, Mary Poppins will be in there as well. But Mary Poppins is also a musical. And some of the animated ones are musicals, has a musical thing to it too. So we're going to have to get very picky with this one. And then, of course, you've got musicals like Fiddler on the Roof, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, It's a Wonderful Life. Actually, no, Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie, sorry. I have another movie called Wonderful Life, which was a Cliff Richard movie that came out in the 60s, along with Summer Holiday and The Young Ones. Wizard of Oz, State Fair, Some Like It Hot, Sound of Music, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, Hello Dolly, and then, of course, Mary Poppins. Did I say the Sound of Music? I just did that one, didn't I? Yes, I did. And I have a few other musicals there as well. So once I was starting writing down the musicals, I'm like, no, we're going to do a whole month of musicals. Because some of those ones have really, really good songs in them. And some of them just have really cool stories to go with them too. So that's, now my question is, what do I start with tomorrow? So I'm going to look through what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through this list. I'm going to put out just the movies only. I've got everything written down here. it's all jumbled, but I got them in color. I got them color coded. So black is the classic movies, blue are the musicals, and purple was the Christmas one. So I'm going to go through all of them. I'm going to put them onto a spreadsheet, and then I'm going to go through and put the year that they were filmed, the year they were released, and then also put in there as well the length, because the length is going to be key. Because those long movies are not going to be watched on a weeknight, with the exception of The Longest Day, because The Longest Day is actually Thursday next week. I think it's, Thursday next week, because that one's going to be watched on June 6th. So sorry. So that one will be watched on. I just had this image in my head of the German soldier who was dead with his boots on the wrong feet. Sorry, just little snippets of movies as we're mentioning them are popping into my head, especially the ones that I've watched multiple times. So I'm going to be making a spreadsheet up tonight, or actually probably tomorrow morning, with the names of the movies that I have, the years they were released, and how long the movies are, so that we can make sure that we're not playing long movies on evenings when, and there's definitely one day that I will not, actually, no, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 days where I won't be watching anything, because there'll be the Tuesday that Nicole comes on, and then I'm going to San Diego for the weekend towards the middle of the month to celebrate my youngest grandson's first birthday. So that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I'm traveling on Friday and Sunday, and the birthday party's on the Saturday, I will not be watching any movies that night on any of those 3 nights. There's 4 nights. So I have more than enough. I have got 29 movies on my list here. I know I have more movies. So I'm going to make up this list and then put the length. I'm going to find the other box of DVDs and stuff for the other movies, so that I can make sure that I have them on the list as well. And then I'm going to go through, once I've got worked out the times, I'm going to make up a schedule as to what movies we're going to watch. So I get a good mixture in there, some action ones and some chick flick ones, and just general movies. So I'm really excited about doing this coming month. So what's your suggestion? What's for starting the movie fest? Please put in the comments, what are some of your favorite classic movies? And this is anything filmed before 1970. And then what do you think should be the first movie that I watch out of the ones that I have mentioned? Or even just put in what you think the first movie will be, because it could be that I may have it. I just couldn't find the box with it in at the time, or I was rifling through the box and I may have missed it too, because I've done that before as well. Like I was sitting down looking at my list and going, I don't have The Longest Day on there. Huh. And I'm like, I know I have it because I watch it June 6th every year. And so I missed it as I was flipping through the movie, as I was flipping through the DVDs and stuff. So now I've got to go back and find it again. So yes, I know I have more of them which I've missed off the list. So what is your favorite classic movie? And what do you think should be the first movie to kick off the movie fest tomorrow? So that's my question for you tonight. And I don't know. There's such a, and what really tripped me up is as I was flipping through the binders that have most of my DVDs in them, actually, probably not most of them, but about half of them. It's a lot of them. I have a lot of movies, and I thought I'd gotten rid of a lot of movies. And when I was sorting through boxes, I'm coming across boxes with DVDs and going, I'm like, where did this box come from? And I was like, I have no clue where this box came from. I thought we'd gotten rid of, we did get rid of a lot of movies, but we still had a lot of movies. I know there's one box that I have that have the movie collections in it, like the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. They've got all the extended director cut movies in there. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, they are doing a 20th anniversary viewing, I think, in New Zealand on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is going to be the extended cut of the movies. Now, that puts each movie to over 3 hours long. How do I know? Because I watch the extended cuts every year. I think that's what it was, because I think it's this year hang on, it might be the 25th anniversary. Pretty sure it was in New Zealand that they mentioned it. Yeah, they've got Lord of the Rings returning in this year. It says Lord of the Rings trilogy is returning to theaters in June of 2024, courtesy of Warner Brothers and Fathom Events. It says that, let's see, the Fellowship of the Ring will be available June 8th, Two Towers on June 9th, and Return of the King June 10th. So you're going to be watching them in order, and I understand that they're also the, just having a quick look here. I believe they're also doing the extended cuts in the movies as well. And that was announced like a few days ago. So if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, check it out. It was announced at the end of April. Here's one from Forbes. Let's see what they say on their thing. Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings Extended Edition trilogy is returning to theaters in glorious remastered 4K UHD this summer. There's going to be at certain AMC, Regal, and Cinemark theaters in North America. The Fellowship of the Rings, which was released in 2001, will be screened on Saturday, June 8th. Then on Sunday, June 9th, the sequel to Towers, and the final chapter will be screened on Monday, June 10th. So it's at select theaters around the North America. So if you want to go see them, the trilogy re-release comes ahead of this year's Christmas season theatrical release of the anime of Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim. And the anime will oh, I didn't know about that one. Oh, Brad would have liked those. So, yeah, so go, if you're looking for the Lord of the Rings and want to see the extended editions and all of that sort of stuff, just go check out she's watching a dog walk past. You suddenly saw why her head went up and looked out the window. Yeah, go check that. Just go Google it about the Lord of the Ring trilogy being remastered and all that stuff. That would look really cool. But I'm quite happy with mine. I just need a bigger screen to watch it on. That's all. So yeah, so what are some of your, so let us know in the comments, because I'm out of here. Let us know in the comments what your favorite classic movies are, which were filmed before 1970, or I should say released prior to 1970. So anything up until 1969, up into and including 1969. What is your favorite classic movie? Put it in the comments below. And what one do you think I should start with for tomorrow? Put your suggestions in the comment, and if I have it, and there's a good vote on it, maybe I'll put a poll out there. I might do that. I might go write all of these up and put it as a poll as to which one it should start with tomorrow. And yeah, anything that's actually that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a poll on Facebook. So on my Facebook page, keep an eye out, because when I go through this and I figure out the run times, I'm going to be putting the longest ones starting tomorrow for Saturday, Sunday, and I want to know what are the out of these movies here, which one should I watch first to kick off the June Classic Movies Fest. That's what I'm going to do. I've just made a decision. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go. Actually, Zeffy's got to wait like an hour before we go, so it cools down a little bit. It's hot outside. It's where are we at with the temperature today? I don't even remember, but it gets pretty warm at this time of the day. Well, it is warm at this time of the day. It's 102. It was 105. We might get down to, let's see, they're saying at 7 o'clock it should be 98. I can deal with that. Yeah. So we'll go for a walk at that time. So Zeffy, what's it in metric, Zeffy? What's it in Celsius? So it'll be down to 37 degrees when we go for a walk after 7. It's currently 39 degrees centigrade for my Celsius for my metric people. And we're going to go for a walk in about an hour, and it should be down to 37 degrees Celsius, but it will feel like 35 according to this program. So, and we've got the bad air quality thingy on at the moment too. So anyway, go out and have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Please keep an eye out for the poll that I'm going to be putting up, and yeah, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hey, konara. Oh, we'll be back tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. And I'll let you know then what the first movie is going to be. Okay, bye.